Welcome back, everybody. It's your buddy Orange Hat here to bring you another single stream with my buddy Mara over there. How you doing, Mara?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh,
It's gonna be busy lead up to Christmas Day, which is Monday. So
yeah, definitely. So we are here for another Thursday singles, and tonight we are discussing Krampus. I believe it was 2015 or 14, one of the two,
15,
but
I
it
want
was
to say.
yeah, it was coming out during a slew of other Krampus films.
Hmm.
So once Krampus was announced, everybody was basically making Krampus films. Sci-Fi Channel was making like a bunch of freaking Krampus films just to freaking do some competition, and it's like, except that Michael Dougherty knows what the hell he's doing.
Hmm. Yeah, there is a Krampus film I want to see. I want to see. I haven't watched yet. Where it's basically Krampus versus Santa Claus.
Oh, that would just be so freaking cool. So
Yeah.
before we get
Yeah.
started, I'm gonna say hello to the chat, but let everybody know where they can find you and whatnot.
So you can find me on my main channel, Jade Shadow. I do have a Jade Shadow live channel. I will be getting back into making videos, mostly because, well, mainly when Rings of Power Season 2 comes closer to coming out, because the show articles are coming out in full force now for Rings of Power Season 2. So I'll be back to making videos. It's just life, basically life happened, and then major holidays, and so it's like no time. So the only time I've really had is streaming. So whether it's on my YouTube channel or my Kick or my Twitch. So basically these streams or gaming. So where you can find me.
Alrighty. And Neozoic coming in with the Christmas fun facts. Santa Claus was also inspired by a real person. Saint Nicholas, also known as, or either as Saint Nicholas of Myra or Saint Nicholas of Bari, a 4th century Christian and or bishop and saint.
Mm-hmm.
Well, isn't that interesting? So here are her links. You got one for her main channel, and
Yeah, Talk
one for
Nerdy.
her.
Yeah, will be on. Will it be on my channel? Yeah, I'll be on my channel.
And here's
Days
her
are
pick.
running together.
Ruben Thomas, good to see you. Or nice jumper. Happy Christmas. Thank you so much, Ruben. Good to see you. Thank you. Happy or Merry Christmas to you as well. So Krampus.
Mm-hmm.
I love how Universal, or he actually wanted to use the older Universal logo from way back when it's going through space and zooming in on the Earth. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't allow it, so he's like, "Okay, fuck you. I'll just make it frozen."
Yeah.
And I love how they do that. And I actually have it up so we can do a little bit of a scenery, folks. So, hey, Gigawatt, good to see you. And Soul Assassin, good to see you. So, folks, I am going, or if I do not catch up with the chat, I will try to, but I also have the window open for Krampus or for the movie, so I'm gonna try to focus on that as well. But let's see here. Let's get into this movie. Where is the? There it is. Beautiful thing. This new feature I have, but I'm not going to get too much into it. So yeah, the Universal logo. Let's go ahead. 5 seconds. Don't have to get that off. Legendary's frozen, and they basically show the consumerism and full effect of the beginning of this movie.
Mm-hmm. I
And
love it that
holy
it's
crap,
like the song is beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
right?
Yeah.
As an orange or orange hat, as an orange hat.
Well, I do have
Jaded
a cap like his, a red one, but I was saving it for Friday, like starting Friday, wearing the like Santa cap with my Christmas dress.
Oh, nice.
So,
but hey, do you have a jaded shadow? He's asking.
Jaded Shadow.
Yeah.
Why? Have you seen me on Twitter?
So, yeah, I mean, let's see if I can if I can get the right one. Oh, these dudes. Let's go back.
Yeah, I want like that's. I don't know why I always break up laughing at this part.
Could it be because those two are just have the
Well,
jolliest look of glee on their faces?
it's like that combined with the part of the song where it's like what's like school, like wishing school would start again, and it's like parent like two
Yeah.
like a parents being tased by the security guards.
And they just have the big shit-eating grins. I love that.
Yeah.
And so we also see the fight on stage, the kids screaming. I mean, that Santa is putting up with so much, man.
Yeah.
This dude is like so freaking depressed.
Mm-hmm.
So are they.
Yeah.
Money changing hands. And the funny thing is, this takes place in rural America, folks, but it was shot in New Zealand at Weta and Pine Street Studios, I believe. So, yeah, another fun fact, based on the disturbing legend of Krampus from Europe, half man, half goat, so essentially Satan, Krampus would punish children who misbehaved throughout the year, even whipping them and other physically abusive methods.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch. Like, seriously, ouch.
Yeah, like literally the anti-Santa.
Yeah. And then we get to this one where the fucking sister's recording this shit.
I mean, I like to be honest, I would be doing the same thing. I would be doing the same thing. If that was like my brother on stage, I'd be like, I gotta record this shit.
Neozoic asks, do you think the opening meant to be a commentary on the negative aspects of Christmas?
Definitely.
Definitely, yes. It was meant to bring in the consumerism and the greed. And it was basically really setting up how this movie was going to go.
Yeah.
And they wasted no time. So, I mean, this kid is just feet and ass, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he would have shanked the kid if he could.
Mm-hmm.
And so the parents, Toni Collette, the aunt, and the uncle, or the aunt or the great aunt, and the uncle, the gun nut, are the only ones that I recognize in this movie.
Well, Adam Scott I recognize from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
He plays the dad.
Yeah. I mean, but also, let's see here. Let's get to Scrooge. But
yeah, I don't know why that Christmas Carol is considered a classic. It like takes so many liberties, but yeah, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, that's one of the Christmas carols being played.
Yeah, this woman here, we don't know, or if you're new to watching the movie, you don't know that what she's been through, but you can still understand by some of her mannerisms and what she says here and there. You know that she has seen shit. I mean, this woman grew up essentially in, breadline Germany. Let's just say we can't exactly say the NA26I word. So yeah, she's the only. Yeah, I mean, Omi is such a great freaking character, and she hears them coming in, and he's freaking holding his face.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why he got into the fight was because one of the kids said Santa Claus isn't real, and he was making all the other kids kind of pissed off. And so he's like, yeah, you don't want to, or I was doing it for the other kids, who don't know the truth yet.
Mm-hmm.
And they then understand that family's on the way over and they're going to be there any second. So yeah, this one kid, let's see if I can find him. Or him and Omi get along great. That's another thing. I like the relationship between grandma and grandson here.
Mm-hmm.
But I also believe St. Nicholas is what you make of him. Yep. That is such a good line there. And what's her name's talking to her boyfriend. Let's see here. Yeah, talking to her boyfriend. And, well, We learned that. Trey, I don't call him fat boy. Literally in my talking points here, I would that day that I was doing the talking points, I was not having a good day. So it's like, or I was very liberal with how I put my terms. So the kid Howie, I literally put fat fuck Howie.
That kid had like no dialogue whatsoever.
I know. He screams and shit, but and
no like actual dialogue. He's just like
these freaking twin girls are supposed to be twin girls.
Are they supposed to be twins?
I mean, I'm guessing so. Let's see here. Also, folks, by the way, yeah, that's basically how Howie looks throughout the entire freaking film.
Yeah.
And by the way, before we go any further, I do not own the rights to Krampus. It's owned by freaking Universal Studios. All rights reserved. I'm only doing this under fair use, and we're doing a positive discussion about it. So why the frick are you getting on people's cases? So please do not strike the channel. Not that I'm monetized anyway, but please do not strike the channel. And if you do try striking the channel, I'll privatize this video so you can't get any money off of it.
That's what I've done.
Yep. I have no problem freaking privatizing this video to make sure that you don't get a cent of it. Even if it costs me the views. So, yeah, be in the Christmas spirit and not be a Krampus. Universal. I mean, folks, there's being jolly, there's being grinchy, and then there's being Krampus. Me, sometimes I'm a Krampus. Sometimes I'm a Grinch because then I can be brought back over to jolly because so did the Grinch. But there are some times, man, where I am pure Krampus. So, yeah, that's not the most disturbing part about this freaking thing. The sister comes in, the aunt comes in. The aunt is from 2.5 Men. What's her name from 2.5 Men? I think she died recently. I can't remember if she did or not.
Who was she in 2.5 Men?
She was their she was a homemaker before Ashton Kutcher came in. She was the essentially the maid for Charlie Sheen.
Oh, you're talking about their aunt.
Yeah, their aunt.
I'm looking at this woman going, wait a minute, she wasn't in.
No, not that one.
Yeah,
the other one.
That's the sister. Okay, because wait a minute, because she is an aunt to Toni Collette's children, like her character's children.
The great aunt is what I meant.
Yeah, great aunt.
And get this, they forgot the baby outside. Can you believe that shit? I mean, if you're in this, or if you're in my family, if you were in my family and you forgot a baby outside in the winter, you better believe you're catching beatings. No joke.
Pretty much. Although
you endangered a
I'm
baby.
not trying to defend the action, but to be fair to the parents, it was like their little shithead daughters that were supposed to bring their sister in.
Get in, yeah. And you see the looks on their faces, man. And get this, man. I'm gonna zoom in. Oh wait, I guess I can't zoom in on this feature. God dang it. Because I guess zooming is not possible. Oh well. But yeah, basically that kid is slogging down Mountain Dew from a 2-liter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I kind of understand why his cousin, the sister to the main, is saying something like dialysis earlier.
Yeah.
It's like, what'd you ask for Christmas this year? Dialysis.
And the whole reasoning, which I never played football, so I don't get the reasoning. But at the same time, it's like just making him, his dad, like that guy is like making his son bigger for football.
Linebacker before he could play. And I love that. But it's dry. It's a little dry. It's a little dry, yeah. And he's like, it's beautiful, honey, but it's dry. Do you want to trade? I mean, that's from the trailer, but they didn't put that in. It's like, do you want to trade?
Like the family drove, like I get why they're like this, but they like to an extent drove me nuts. They drove me nuts. They drove me nuts to the point where it's like I get why they're like this, but at the same time, it's like I think they went a little too much into how horrible the extended family is.
Yep. And
That's like my one major criticism of the movie, because I enjoy it. I like these dark movies.
Mm-hmm.
The extended family, I'm like, you know what? It's like leave them to Krampus.
Yeah, right.
Like,
and one of the things I absolutely hated, well, not hated so much, but one of the things I didn't appreciate about this movie is that they had to put in political stuff, like political parties and shit in this movie. And it's like, I get it, but you guys are dangerously misrepresenting some things in here.
Yeah.
Because or basically they're saying that the asshole uncle and their family are Republicans.
Yeah.
And the family where the house owns, or who owns the house, are Democrats.
Yeah.
And so then we get to the infamous letter scene where, oh my God, yeah, dropping the food. Let's see here. Yeah, the letter to Santa. And I love how that is like the ugliest thing. But yeah, let's see here. She's blowtorching that creme brulee or whatever. And there she is, yeah. The aunt, the great aunt from 2.5 Men. But yep, she just freaking goes off on her, basically saying, well, next time we'll just shack up in your freaking little trailer park, and there you go. So the kids are, or the sisters are reading the letter, but I love how the letter gets turned around on them. Screw you, my dad does not wish we were boys. And it's like,
yeah, he does. I'm looking at how you're dressed. I'm looking at how you act. He fucking wished you were boys.
Yep. I mean, it's like, holy shit, dude. But he also gets very personal in his letter to Santa.
Yeah.
And about his own parents and everything else. And it's like, oh shit, man. How he wishes that him and his sister could spend more time together. And it's like getting real freaking personal the more they go on. And it's like, oh dear
God. He actually asked for help for like his uncle and aunt, like their parents.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they think they've been tough for them pretty much. So it's like,
yep. And it's like, yeah, screw you. They do not wish we were boys. And this is what tips it off. Who wants some creme brulee? And it's like, she notices immediately. I love that look. She notices it immediately.
Yeah.
What's about to happen. And it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, she's reading the tension in the room pretty much.
Yeah. I'm trying to get this back down to 1.1 or 1.0 times speed. There we go. Now just don't screw with it again. But the kid just goes off. It's like, get it back. And Mike, gotta admit, the kid holds his own pretty well.
Yeah.
But yeah, essentially, this kid is the most innocent out of them. But all it took was one act later in the film, which he rips up the letter and tosses it out. And it's like, well, all right, man, you want it. It's coming.
Yeah.
So, yeah. He even notices that the letter kind of goes up kind of funky into the ground, man, or right here. I mean, it just swirls upward. It's like, it kind of went in a strange direction.
Yeah.
Because you can see he's kind of confused. It's like, that was weird. But then I love how it happens here, man. The storm. How it just comes out, man. It's like, okay, your wish, my command, you're all fudged.
Yeah. Like I said, I love when it takes a turn because I always gravitate to darker films, like
Yes.
darker tone films. It's like leading up to it, I was like, you know what? Yeah, take most of them. Leave a couple. Couple are fine, but take most of them.
Yeah.
Like Max, like he was most innocent. The grandmother, you know, she was good.
Yep.
Hell, the Max's aunt, like his mother's sister, pretty much. Like of the extended family, she was the most normal.
Mm-hmm.
Like leave her, the baby.
Yeah, the baby didn't need to be taken.
Yeah.
But they took it anyway, and that's why I love it, because it's dark.
Yeah.
So another fun fact, this movie started with an e-card. The director gotten the idea to do Krampus due to receiving an e-card from somebody with Krampus on the e-card. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to do a Krampus movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a Krampus e-card, okay.
Yeah, he got an e-card with Krampus on it. And he's like, honey, I got an idea.
Yeah.
So I also love how they freaking just blacks out the entire place, man. The storm just blacks out the entire town. Boom.
Yeah.
Well, let's pause it a little bit. And like really quickly, and it's the last house. It's like last vestige of hope gone.
Yeah.
And
I felt
also love,
like they show the days with an advent calendar, like not like with text the next day or the dates pretty much. No, it's an advent calendar. And you see the gingerbread man there.
Yep.
Like, you know, kind of like foreshadowing.
Well, the snowman, yeah.
Yeah.
The snowman, because that's what starts, or that's what they notice first, is the snowman. There's a snowman in our backyard.
Like how to get there.
What?
Yeah.
But yeah, right here. Play it a little bit. Pause. Play it a little bit. There we go. There's your snowman. Wishing you and yours Krampus Christmas. Yeah, thanks. Mara would like Krampuslauf in Germany. Guys dress up as Krampus and go on parade. Scare 19. Yeah. Austria also has the Krampus parade. Yep. They should hire Arnold Schwarzenegger to go over there and be Krampus. I remember when I first watched this, I was kind of shocked on how bad the family was. Right, Gravy D? Yeah. Fucking right.
Yeah.
So then they also get the mysterious packages. So let me pull up the thing again. And yeah, right here. And that's like, freaking Democrats get all the free shit. Yeah. It's like, gotta be kidding me, man. Freaking Democrats get everything. It's like, oh, shut up, man. If that was true, why are they all miserable?
Yeah.
But anyway, Violence of Blacking Out Town. It also like dropped like 2 feet of snow in like 8 hours. Now, folks, I live in northern New York, but I also lived in central New York, which is Syracuse area. And there was a snowstorm one time. It was like 2004, 2005, where it was dropping, snow like 3 inches an hour. Sometimes even more than that. So I was going out every 2 hours, shoveling 6 inches of snow, and eventually I just knocked myself out because it got so tired. I wake up, there is like freaking 3 to 4 feet of snow in the driveway, and my driveway was a triple wide driveway.
No.
So yeah, that wasn't fun. And I had to go out at 5 a.m. because at 5:45 we had somebody coming in to drop off the kids that we had to babysit and stuff. And it's like, oh my God, no. So yeah, let's see here. The daughters, we're gonna get the daughters running with Krampus here. The main hooflaw here. I love how it just gets darker and it gets very blizzardy. It's like, honestly, you really should probably run. And I love how this shot is so freaking great, man.
Yeah.
Krampus is just staying still, looking at her for a second, and then he moves to let her know, yeah, I'm real. You know?
And leaps off. Like you know,
yeah. This design for Krampus, the sounds of Krampus were so freaking great. Scare 10 kids and become a club member.
I'm too small to be Krampus, but I'd go just to watch.
Are you kidding? You could scare the socks off of any kid in the classroom. I guarantee it, Mara.
I'm not saying I'm too small to be Krampus. I'm not saying it's like too small to scare, but I'd be like compared to this, I'd be like a midget Krampus, like walking around. So
how would we compare Krampus with Michael Dougherty's other holiday horror Trick or Treat? Honestly, I have not seen Trick or Treat. But I heard it's actually pretty good.
Of the two, I prefer Trick or Treat.
Yeah. Because this movie was supposed to be darker, folks. Make no mistake. This movie was supposed to be darker. And that actually leads to a good fact here. Krampus was going to be a lot darker. The director wanted it more dark, but the studio was worried it wasn't going to get enough returns with the R rating. Like, they were supposed to show blood and shit in this movie.
I wish they went with the R rating.
So do I.
I wish they went with the R rating. Because, like, there's some movies that just, like, you can tell should be
R-rated.
R-rated.
And indeed, I believe that Krampus should have been R-rated. And it's like, are you just going to keep looking at it? Yeah. Boom. I love that. He just jumps up.
And he follows her, but he's like on rooftops, and like it's a howling sound.
He's right. Yep, it's like, and it's creepy as hell, man. Sorry, I had something on my lip. But we then see him just chasing her along the rooftops. Great freaking work here. To show, like, there he is again, hopping.
In the case of Gremlins Soul Assassin, it's good that they did not go as dark as originally intended, because the story works as it is. This one should have been darker.
Yeah.
It's like the reverse, pretty much. Like, Gremlins should not be as darker than it was. This one should be darker than it is. So.
Soul Assassin, was he with us last night?
Yeah.
Pretty sure he was, so he knows how dark Gremlins was going to be. Hey, Billy, here's your mom. Throwing the freaking head, rolling down the stairs and shit. Eating the dog.
Yeah, so I'm like, no.
I mean, it's like, oh, no.
Like, in Gremlins' case, it worked better as a dark comedy with horror elements. This one should have been R-rated horror.
Yep. Oh, also, you guys remember the person that dropped off the gifts in the movie? Well,
yeah,
he's dead. So terrified, scared to death, but also frozen to death.
Yeah. All he was doing is just delivering shit. That's all he was doing.
And I love how high that vehicle is. I mean, she could fit very easily underneath there, man. And then Krampus is just like drops down on her. I mean, the chains, huh?
The hooves.
Yeah, the hooves.
Like you see the hooves.
Yep, the hoofs, the chains. Then he just drops a pick or he drops a present and just vanishes. And you don't really see exactly what it is, but you know what it is. It's the Jack in the Box monster.
Yeah, and I'm fine like not seeing it. I'm fine with
Yeah.
like like the suspense, because this is really where like the you do not need to show too much. You know, should not show too much.
Yep. Okay, good. Make sure the plug is plugged in. But yeah, they show the head start to peek up, and it's like, okay, yep, there's the clown. And she just screams and disappears. But I love the shaking van too, because it's like that little thing caused that much. And Omi, or now there's more snowmen, and Omi's telling them keep the fire hot, no service, everything's just going to shit, man. So let's see here. Yeah, they have to go out and look for the daughter because the daughter hasn't come back yet. And I like how he converses with her in German. But or they don't translate it here because they have the kid translate it, which is nice. But let's get to where is it? They go out to look for let's see here. Oh yeah. It's really heavy. Yeah, that's Linda's gun. That's Linda's.
I do like that
yeah,
line.
dude.
I do like that line. It's really heavy. Yeah, it's Linda's.
Yep. Then they go into the boyfriend's house, and get this. They say that they're twisted people, yet they don't know the full context of why that is like that. That's probably, or that's one of the psychotic gingerbread men, folks. He was stabbed because he was going to kill them all.
Yeah.
And he actually takes a piece of it and eats it, which is freaking insane.
Yeah.
And then we see the damaged thingamajig here. I'm blanking on it. Fireplace. And it's like, must have been a gas explosion. Are those hoof marks? Or are those hoof tracks? And it's like, must be a big ass deer.
Yeah, like what kind of goat walks on hind legs?
Yeah, what kind of goat or deer walks on hind legs?
Yeah.
So he's actually a voice of reason. And then we get the frickin' under snow monster, which we don't see, but it's very clear what it is. And I love this. Or let's see if I can get right to it. Yep, exactly. In the exact second that he does that. But yeah, we're gonna go back like 5 seconds. The guy's getting bit up, and I love that he's like, "Wait, what?" Boom. So you think that the dad actually just shot the brother-in-law?
That's what it looks like. I was like, it's like, well, like you're going anyway.
Wait. He's like, Tommy? Like, oh shit, dude! He just shot his brother-in-law. Survival.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like basically like the joke. I don't have to outrun whatever's chasing us. I just have to outrun you.
Yep. It's like, yeah. I mean, holy crap, dude. And so we then see this. Now, the creature uses very, well, if you know your anime stuff, folks, the Blue Eyes White Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! Has essentially the same roaring sound that kind of, when it's going off and screaming, it's a little almost like an elf scream. It's the end of the Blue Eyes White Dragon's roar in Yu-Gi-Oh! So they also hear footsteps upstairs, and Omi knows exactly what it is. She's like, keep the fire hot. And this dude's leg got ripped up all to shit, and they're trying to keep the kids calm. And It's like, oh yeah, well, I'm fine. It's like, yeah, you just basically showed everybody that you're not fine, dude. Yeah, Red Eyes was better. You damn right, Soul Assassin. Red and black. Love that color scheme. And let's see here. Stab Gingerbread Man. Broken up chimney. The attempt at keeping kids preoccupied. Omi wants the fire kept hot, holding up in the house. Max notices Omi's different behavior. And then we get, oh, yes, my next favorite spot or part. I mean, they're boarding up and they're and whatnot, but I gotta get to it because I love this scene. Yeah, that fuck Howie wakes up, is the only one to wake up, and goes over to this thing. Yeah, it's freaking food. And it's like, are you freaking serious, man? Yeah. So, yep, there you go. I mean, I'm sorry. If I would have known stuff was going screwy, I don't care if I was or if I only had half a brain cell that this kid had, I would not touch it. It just came down the chimney.
It's just like, obviously, like, it's like basically, it's like, again, like another reason I have a issue with the family is because like they're, at least, like, like for the most part, like tropes, like stupid fat kid, pretty much. Yeah.
And I love this. It's like, what the fuck did you just do to my head? Yeah. And the kid's look says it all. He wraps him up and then he yanks him up the chimney. I love it. And it's like, oh my God. And they end up burning up half the house or burning up the freaking Christmas tree. So it's like, that's what you get for doing a normal Christmas tree. And so they have the aunt freaking take the kid, or the great aunt take the kid or the kids into the other room to make eggnog. And well, we get the story of Omi. And I love how it's a movie within a movie. You get a very Tim Burton-esque kind of design here with stop motion puppetry, the bread lines of NA26I Germany. So yeah, the bread lines. I mean, that's Omi as a kid, folks. And I absolutely love this. She saw the greed of how it was the place because things were so bad at the time. But she still had her Santa, so she still had hope. And she was trying to keep her parents from, she's a little kid. And she's like, remember that while we're still together, except that, well, it's the mother who did that. So it's like, oh, dear God, that psychologically would have a greater impact than the father doing it.
Yeah.
If it's a daughter doing, or if it's the daughter that got her thing ripped up, if the mother did it, it's more psychologically impactful because in an instinctual way, females imprint more to the female parent if you have both male and female parent. So yeah, she just wished, or this is her losing hope, and Krampus came a calling. And I love how they did it, man. It was the ashes and the embers of the burnt Santa Claus that summoned the storm, or in the 40s. And then she wakes up, and it's freaking Krampus just comes to town and just leaves her with a memento. See if I can get the yep, Krampus has come in with the chains, the screams. I mean, you basically understand that this woman, or that this child, just had her parents murdered by this thing. And you could see non-technological toys at the time. So it's the cookie guy, gingerbread, and the other thing. And they they leave her dropping her a bell and a wink. And it's like, damn, dude. And I love how it translates to that. I mean, hearing that story and everybody's like, or one of them's like, what a bunch of fucking horse shit. It's like, dude,
Yeah, that's the uncle that says it.
What other explanation would you accept? She has the damn bell right there in her freaking hand. You think she would just make it up when all this shit's going on? You guys just literally saw your son get sucked up a damn chimney.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to go on a little faith here. But I love her reaction because remembering this, reliving it, and having it happen again in her lifetime, can you imagine the trauma? I mean,
yeah, it is.
She lived through World War II Germany. She lived through Krampus, and now this stuff is happening again. I mean, it's like that just sucks, man. But most of them are willing to listen to her, except for him. He's willing to be like, "Oh, screw you, man. I ain't buying this shit." So he's willing to go out again, and it's like, I wouldn't.
His boy was taken, which I'm not trying to necessarily defend his how he responded.
Oh yeah,
I do
I get it.
Understand a little bit. I get it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, you've had your legs shredded by something you couldn't see in the snow.
Yep.
Your brother-in-law's daughter's missing. You just saw your son get hoisted up the chimney.
Yep.
Like I don't know, maybe suspend whatever disbelief you have at this point.
Yeah.
I understand being angry, but at the same time, it's like you're seeing all this and you're still calling it horseshit.
Yep, right. And you're seeing these little elf things, and it's like, get back in the freaking house.
Yeah.
Because they're all running around like, yeah, we're going to get you if you come out here, man.
Yeah.
Nobody's leaving this house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, keep the fire hot. And then we get to 24.
Mm-hmm.
And the teddy bear.
God, which is like, if you go back a little bit, there's a little bit of a, like, you see, because originally, like, you should be seeing a snowman to the left of it, but you see this the gingerbread man.
No, that's the snowman still.
Oh, there it says, okay, that's the gingerbread man. Let's make sure.
Yeah. And there's the snowman, or not the snowman, but the teddy bear.
Yeah.
So it's getting even worse out there. And they're trying to salvage the presents. And she's telling them about what's going on. And it's like, are we gonna live? And so at least she's trying to keep herself occupied and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And and she's like, and this was PG-13, so they can only drop one F-bomb in this movie. So she's like, or she says something in German that the kid, she says something in German that the kid couldn't translate, and so the older lady's like, I know what she said. She says we're fucked.
Yeah.
And
you can sometimes tell, like, you are.
Yeah, she's like, yep. Basically what I said. Because I've seen these situations before. Have you now?
Yeah.
So they're trying to figure out an escape route to the mall. Not going to come up with any good ideas there. But what is the next attack? Let's see here. The kids are going upstairs. Come on, stop buffering. So the two girls goes upstairs because the great aunt freaking clogged the downstairs toilet,
Yeah.
apparently. And they hear their cousin's voice. So, yeah, follow the voice. Thanks for clarifying the F word is Mark. You're welcome, Gravy.
Yeah.
Isn't the mom from a Possession movie? Toni Collette? I think she is, but I also know that she was from the remake of Fright Night.
Yeah, she's from the remake of Fright Night. She was in Hereditary. She was in Nightmare Alley, I believe.
Yeah.
The remake. Possession movie?
I'm not sure.
Unless you're thinking about Hereditary, I don't know anything else. But like, I know, I can't think of all her movies.
Yeah, so the parents go upstairs to check on the kids when the kids start screaming.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, Omi's the smart one, keeping the kids safe. Everything's boarded up. Let's see here. Also like how the father there says that he was going to take the first watch. You got to look after their own flock, and like 5 minutes later, dude's asleep. And that's when Howie got sucked up. Oh, yeah, the psychotic gingerbread man with the nail gun.
Now these parts here I actually enjoyed, like the gingerbread men going after him, and then the scene in the attic.
Yep. I mean, yeah, I know I'm playing a little bit too much, but let's see here. Yeah, the bullets or the nails going through the thing. See if I can catch the. Let's see here.
I just love like the dad's reaction up here in the attic. It's like,
yeah, that thing there, the freaking harpy. Then you also got these guys. Let's see here. Oh right, yeah, he shoots that, and so it's like, boom. I mean, for this movie, they did a pretty good freaking they did pretty good digital effects. We got the freaking teddy bear.
Yeah.
The harpy, the robot. Yeah, Mr. Stabs a lot here. But I want to get to the right one, so I'm going forward. Here we go. He's like, oh, you want to play, huh? So he's dead. And he grabs a candy cane that's been sharpened down. And I love this. This slow motion. This is like terrifying thing I have ever seen when I first saw this movie. And you think it's going to be the end, right? Well, no. The dog saves the day.
Yeah.
That got a good laugh.
Yeah.
Neozoic. Orange Hat and Mara, how would you compare Krampus with other Christmas horror films such as Black Christmas? Never saw it. Gremlins, love it. Silent Night, Deadly Night, never saw it. Honestly, Gremlins and Krampus are top Christmas horror, in my opinion.
So having seen all those movies, I would probably rank I rank Gremlins and Black Christmas. And then I did the rewatch Silent Night, Deadly Night. Because how would I compare the two them? Well, I don't know how I would compare them. But I'd definitely rank this lower at least than Gremlins and Black Christmas.
Yeah. I'll check out the 74 Black Christmas. I mean, I heard they did a remake of it, and it was
There are two
not,
remakes of it. There are two remakes of it.
The latest remake was, from what I hear, woke bullshit.
Yeah.
Let me just get the thingy back up so I can adjust timing. They're going after the big one that just ate their daughter. So the dog, I love this. The dog goes after the clown. They're just listening in on this whole thing. And it just comes crashing down, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, damn. It's like, okay, I didn't expect that. What the fuck? But yeah, I mean, that thing started out like the size of those gingerbread men when it went after the daughter or the daughter of the family.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the harpy thing coming down before he could blast it. And let's see here. Then everything's going on, and we get the elves coming in because it's like you're not supposed to have an upper hand against us. So the elves come in to basically shift the balance in this fight.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's like elves. And I love this. She's about to go blast, and that's when they come in. So it's like, oh boy. Now let me see if sorry if you hear pounding in the there you go. The background, folks. I don't know if you can hear that, but pipes. What can I say? Another fun fact, now that you actually bring it up, Soul Assassin. Let's see here. Another fun fact. The film was shot in New Zealand. Wellington, New Zealand for the store. The store was real. It was a real department store. Only took 1 day of filming for the store scene. The Stone Street Studios was where 90% of the film was made or filmed. Another fact, as the film was shot in New Zealand, Weta Digital was responsible for the effect or for digital effects after they had already proved successful with Lord of the Rings. And let's see here. The flashback was a tonal, or they actually wanted it to be tonally different from the movie's aesthetic. And there's also a tie-in comic book where it was used to help with the promotional material. The stories in the comic go over other people's interactions with Krampus.
Actually, I want to try to look for that.
Amazon, it's up there. So, yeah. Now, also another fun fact, Krampus was released during a string of Krampus films. There were 8 other Krampus movies from 2015 into 2016, none related to the Hollywood release. And ditching the traditional look that was a demonic goat face or the demonic goat face look, they wanted Krampus to look like a twisted version of Santa. And the release, which was originally supposed to be in November, but was pushed back to December 5th, which coincidentally coincides with the Austrian festival. It made $65 million out of a $15 million budget. So the movie was a commercial success. So those are
overall,
all
like I said, overall, I enjoy the movie. I do have problems with it, but
yep. And I like how the thing starts clapping here before the elves show up, because it hears the elves and it's like, oh, I'm saved now. But then they're terrorizing everybody. They take the baby. They take everybody. And then you hear Krampus howling, and it's like, yeah, we got to get out of here now. All of us got to go. Yank. And, the father's not willing to stay. It's like, screw this. You want to be all noble? Fine. Get noble and get gone. And they're about to terrorize them further until they hear the call of their master. And it's like, oh, okay, so he's going to take care of it for us. We're no longer needed here, folks. We're out. And one of them just turns around and is like, oh, yeah, you guys are so dead. It's like, shut up, get out of here, man. But I love Omi's last stand, man. I love Omi's last stand. Let's see if I can get to the right shot here where Krampus comes down.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Yep. It's like where she knows that he's coming. She faced him down before, and I love how it just bulges out and he comes out pretty much as demonic looking as possible.
Yeah, I love that shot.
Yeah, this shot was so freaking great, and he just crushes Santa Claus. And it's like, you feel that Krampus may actually recognize her. Because he goes up to her and it's like, huh, okay. But, or you feel like he might realize that he may have come across this one before because she's not screaming. She's not running. She's not scared.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe I do recognize you. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. He also has a very long, twisted tongue.
Yeah. Ugh.
And yep, it's like, okay, fine. So I got a gift for you. Would you like to look? And yeah, it's all the twisted toys, and she's gone. So they all make a break for it, slowly getting sucked down one by one, and all of them are just like getting gone real quick. And it's only these two left, and then it quickly becomes only him left. So let's see let's get to the Krampus shot here. All right, so and boom. I love this shot here. I mean, it's straight from the freaking trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Pause. Dropping that. And pause. I think he also does the wink here too. Pause. The Krampus bell. Oh, wait, he's gone. So, yeah, he doesn't do the wink.
I love how it's wrapped in the letter he ripped up to Santa. It's like basically a...
Yeah, it's the Santa, or it's the letter, or the bells, or he wraps the bell with the Santa note.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get the kid, basically, it's like, okay, screw you. Time to go after him. And it's like, hey, asshole. I love that. It's like, really? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Stand against this guy. Right.
Wait, hold on.
And he says he takes back his wish. And
hold on.
Everybody's huh? What, you've been summoned?
Stream unavailable.
Oh, crap.
I was noticing the chat.
They finally pulled my freaking stream. This is the first time that happened. So what do I got to do? Just like shut off the video?
Yeah, stop sharing. See if it'll come up.
All right.
You're literally playing it through their site. No audio. You're not even playing the whole movie.
Yeah. All right, stop sharing. So, and I also accidentally kicked off of it. We'll just discuss it when we get the thing coming back. Let me see here.
Yeah.
Did I get another email?
And like refreshing.
Yep, just got. Hold on. Well, first time got pulled. What do you know? Live stream copyright notice. Due to a copyright match, your stream was interrupted. Streams are interrupted when copyright content is detected after copyright material is no
There's
longer
back.
being. Okay, we're back.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, this is the first time that's happened to me, folks. First time that's ever happened to me. And under fair use, allow me to directly address YouTube. YouTube, go fuck yourself.
Yes.
Because this is the first, or I'm just trying to do a nice thing for fucking Universal. Universal, I'm literally freaking promoting your film in a nice way, saying how much we like it. And yet, I'm not even showing the whole fucking movie. I don't even have the audio on. So go fuck yourself. You're not going to get a goddamn cent of this. So yeah, fuck you, YouTube, as well. So I stopped sharing it, folks. I'm not going to put it up anymore. Or basically, I will describe what happens. The kid stands up to Krampus.
Mm-hmm.
And Krampus comes down, swipes the tear with his nail, and he's like, please, man, take me instead. And Krampus then summons up the pit and laughs in the kid's face. I fucking love that. He just laughs at the kid, and he's like, right, throw her in.
Yeah.
I mean, that is such a great freaking move right there, man. I just freaking love it. And it's like, dude, you don't freaking fuck with Krampus. And so he tries to stop him. So Krampus just grabs the kid up and just drops him into the pit too. And I love this. The kid wakes up falling out of bed. So you think, is it a dream or did this all really happen? What's going on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then it's like he thinks everything is all freaking nice. All the kids are being nice and everything. The family's just opening presents. He opens up the box and he has the Krampus bell. And the parents just freeze on that bell. Like everything just freezes in the house for a quick second. And then they're all looking at each other like, oh, we're suddenly remembering everything that's freaking happened. Oh my God. They're all remembering as soon as they see that bell. And then you get sucked out of the snow globe that Krampus is put on a shelf and he just walks off and you don't see him as they zoom out. And that's the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But oh my God, that is so freaking dark and I love it. It is like Stephen King dark almost because a lot of his movies had evil win.
Mm-hmm.
So what were your thoughts on that whole scene?
So, well, that whole scene, well, in terms of like the snow globe, I believe the director has come out and said that it's actually how Krampus watches people.
Oh, nice.
So, technically, I don't want to say Krampus lost, because the kid kind of found a loophole in the situation when he said, take me instead.
Mm-hmm.
Kid kind of found a loophole in that regard. So I think Krampus like, okay, like I'll give you your family back, but I'm going to leave this bell here to remind you, to make you like I'm watching. And those snow globes are how he watches humanity.
Yeah. Christmas YouTube sucked away my Christmas spirit, so I took off the Santa hat. They don't deserve my Santa hat.
So technically, like, it's like technically I was like Krampus didn't lose,
Yeah.
But yeah, like Krampus basically still leaves that bell set like for the kid.
It's
It
like,
says,
you want your
like I'm
family? I'll
watching.
give you your family, but
Yeah,
you're stuck with them forever in my domain.
yeah.
It's a
So
nice. It's like you don't screw with me.
yeah,
You don't challenge me. You guys, I'll admit it was a little fun that you guys actually did give a little bit of fight back because most of y'all freaking run like little bitches. But you're not winning against me.
yeah. And he's going to watch him forever, pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's like he's.
I mean, it's like, holy, how did they break out of something like that, you know?
Yeah.
So, how would you score it out of 10?
I would score it objectively out of 10, like a 7.5. Like the
Yeah.
beginning with particularly with the family, I did not care for. I get where they were going with the family because you had to it's like you had to, it's like for like the audience to understand the main kid's frustration, like how he gets upset, things like that. I get that, but at the same time, I could have been dialed back quite a bit.
Yeah.
Could have been because they felt again more like tropes
Mm-hmm.
versus like it's like okay, like there's quirks in the quirks in the family pretty much.
Yeah.
It's a little too much, just a little bit too much.
Yeah.
And I'm like bumping it up. Like I see Trey score 6.5. I bump it up to 7.5 just because I like the dark tone.
Yeah.
My other criticism is that I wish they went with that rated R.
Mm-hmm.
It really need to be rated R. So I think hold on, I read the trivia. Hold on, let me just find it because I was confused about the ending.
Mm-hmm.
I was confused about the ending, so I kind of looked up an explanation for it. Let me see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The way I see it, or rate this movie from a subjective standard, I put this movie at about 7.5 to an 8, a little bit higher. I like the dark ending. I like the premise. However, I do not like that and this was before I got into YouTube. I've never been a fan of any sort of political shit in my movies. So yeah, them mentioning politics and stuff, I've never really cared for that in films. So that kind of took me out of it a little bit. It's like, oh my God, would you guys give it a rest? And this was before Hollywood started ramping it up. Like about a year or two before, they started ramping it up due to somebody they didn't like winning the White House.
Yeah.
But I do like overall the sense that they can't get away from it. They can't win against it, but they put up one hell of a fight too. So I do like that. I also do like how the design of Krampus is. It's not that goat-legged half man, half goat thing. It's literally more demonic. And I love how the guy had a suit that he had to look at screens just to navigate around, which was pretty cool. And also, if you really look at the eyes of Krampus, you know they're more goat-like. So, holy crap, man. I really did like it. However, there are things I didn't like.
The trivia I found about the ending is the movie's ambiguous ending has spawned two fan theories. First, that the Angles and their family are trapped in the snow globe, condemned to repeat Christmas morning for eternity in a twisted version of hell. Or two, they were given a second chance, and the snow globe is Krampus' means of watching over them. Although writer-director Michael Dougherty has refused to confirm which theory is true, the tie-in comic book, Shadow of St. Nicholas, confirms that the happy ending is the true one.
So he let them go.
So basically, he says, unlike his grandmother, Max was brave enough to confront Krampus and prove he had learned his lesson, which was why Max had his family returned and the grandmothers didn't. So.
All right. So, okay. So Krampus is basically just watching them with his snow globe.
He's watching them with the snow
Yeah.
globes, and he leaves the bell as a means for at least Max. It's like to remember, I'm watching you. I can always come back.
Yeah. Neozoic, Orange Hat, do you think the whole politics thing was meant to be a commentary of families don't get along because of politics? Possibly. However, I think it was meant in good jest, but I also do know that that is basically how Hollywood views political parties and political families and whatnot. They think that Republicans are all just a bunch of freaking gun nuts and assholes and pieces of shit, where they think Democrats are, or where they also think that Republicans see Democratic families as snobby and high end and shit, and they're basically jealous and whatnot. That's not how it is at all, but I'm not going to get into the politics of it. I mean, that's for when I do Friday nights Orange Hat Uncensored. And you know what? When I'm on with Janet that night, I might actually use that as my topic, how Hollywood perceives or Hollywood's misperception of families and politics. But anyway, folks, fuck YouTube. I am still going to use YouTube, sadly. I hate YouTube, but I'm going to use them. This is the first time I ever had my stream interrupted. So, wow. What a Christmas gift, YouTube.
Yeah.
It's like, you fucking Krampus.
Like their rules, their like rules and regulations are so vague
and hypocritical.
And you have these like entities that like just release these bots on the website. So anything, even without sound, if anything triggers it, regardless of what's going on.
Yep. So thank you. Yeah. So before we say goodbyes and whatnot, let everybody know where you want or where they can find you again. Give yourself a plug and whatnot.
Well, you can find me at my main channel, Jade Shadow. I do have a Jade Shadow live that like I've taken a brief hiatus from because it hasn't been easy doing the afternoon streams I normally do on Fridays, given the major holidays that have been happening, pretty much Thanksgiving and Christmas. I won't be able to do it tomorrow again, but I hopefully should be able to do it a week from tomorrow. Go for about an hour where I hang out with you guys and talk about certain topics. Tomorrow I'll be on Orange Hat's channel talking. Well, not tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be live on my Kick channel. Next week I'll be on your channel. Tomorrow I'll be live on my Kick, talking or playing the finals, hanging out with Cowman. Maybe if another person wants to join, I gotta message him to see if he's still available for tomorrow. Saturday, Talk Nerdy to Us will be on my channel. And I pretty much said to Steph that it has to be Saturday because Sunday is Christmas Eve. And if I stream Sunday, I kind of wanted it to be a gaming stream, not like, actual discussion stream. So Talking to Us should be Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. And that's pretty much where you can find me. YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. I'm going to try to do a Twitch afternoon stream. Saturday afternoon, playing more of the Resident Evil DLC. Dressed as Ada Wong. We'll see. It's fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. But yeah.
Alrighty. As for me, folks, I can be found tomorrow on my channel. I will be mirroring the Friday Night Shit Show from Janet from Another Planet at 10 or a little after 10 p.m. I'll be mirroring it on my channel for Orange Hat Uncensored. Over the weekend, I'll possibly put out some more content if I find anything that's noteworthy. I plan on doing an updated video on explaining, because the whole women in Hollywood need better representation shit has come up again. So I'm going to be bringing up the MCU and how they properly handled women in the MCU during the Infinity Saga. I'm probably going to turn that into a small live stream So I'll probably do that Tuesday night because the Barroom podcast is not going to be streaming the 26th. So the Barroom podcast will return in the new year. Wednesday, I'm going to be on Mara's channel for Gremlins 2. Thursday, we're talking Violent Night. And yeah, that's basically what's going to be happening then. And then the Friday night shit show next week as well. So if they're going to be doing that. But yeah, you can find me here. I'm trying to get to 1,500 before Christmas. I have to get 22 left to go. So if you can help with that, thank you very much. I appreciate everybody's help in trying to get me to 4,000 hours. I'm at 3,400 right now, so I need another 600 to go. Thank you all who have been supporting me. Soul Assassin, Trey, Courtney, Neozoic, Gravy D, who else? Vanya, one of the loyals. Darth Zathra, Gigawatt, 120 or Gigawatt 121. Let's see here. How many others? Who else was in here? I believe that is everyone. Oh, let's see. Yep, I do believe that is everyone. So thank you to everyone who tuned in. If I didn't say your name, I am sorry. But yes, thank you to everybody who tuned in. Y'all were here to see the first time I ever had a stream interrupted, as they put it in the email. So yeah, thank you everybody. Thank you Mara for coming in. And I believe Monday is Christmas. So you all have a Merry Christmas. I'll see you tomorrow on my channel if you want to tune in for late night, Friday night, Orange Hat Uncensored. You actually get to hear my political stuff or political rants and whatnot. So yeah, tune in for that around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard, and it'll just go live. It's not planned beforehand because I mirror it from the Friday night shit show. So thanks to everybody who's tuning in. Y'all are freaking awesome people. See y'all next week after Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays and all that other stuff. And always remember, stay humble.
Good night.